This here is a phone. It's fine, but what if it came with a NAS, network attached storage, and maybe even a couple of game servers, and maybe even a jellyfin server that can stream television and movies. And you cannot forget the Home Assistant. Wait, how much RAM is this gonna take? How much RAM do we have? God damn it. Nothing beats a self-hosted phone server that is hosted on a phone. Nothing beats it. Well, I do guess a normal 64-bit server does beat it. Even a 32-bit server can beat it. But hey, the power draw is like none. That's pretty cool, right? Please agree. Alright, we should probably talk about like the server stuff. So this here is a Samsung A13. Yeah, it's a budget phone that can be picked up for less than $70. But you probably shouldn't, because a desktop computer can be picked up for the same or even less. And for the value of just being a $70 phone, a grocery store phone will have the same experience, while being the same price, or even less. Maybe the specs are better? Well yeah, we should probably talk about the specs then. So we have a Samsung A13 EUR Open Rev 02B board based on Exynos 850, catchy name. Wait, we have a 32-bit CPU? A CPU made in 2020 is 32 bits? Wait no, for some reason the mode, or whatever that could mean, is 32 bits, but the CPU can support 64 bits. What? Why is it like this? Oh, no reason. Some people have said it's because the chip in the system is so weak that it needs to be bottlenecked from 32 bits, but I have no idea. This is gonna limit us a lot though, as almost all modern software expects 64 bits, and since we're on 32 bits, the max amount of RAM we can have is 4 GB, and the system with any apps open uses 2 GB. Oh. So that's kind of like 2 GB for everything else. That does not seem like a lot for a server. We have 8 cores, that seems like a lot for a server. And the clocks aren't terrible. 500 MHz to 2 GHz? That seems good, but I don't fully understand CPUs. So it could be, dreadful? We are using Android 14, which isn't that bad. Many apps still support it. We are using an ARM CPU, so it kind of means we're stranded with choice of software, as most modern software doesn't expect ARM. Well, it could be changing because ARM computers and stuff, but that's 64-bit ARM, and again, we're using 32 bits. Checkmate, I do not know how to play chess. Well, that seems to be all of it. So how do we do server things? The first idea here is to use apps that have server capabilities in them. So let's go to the App Store, or the Aurora Store, and see if there's any server software there. So everything here is either a file server or a HTTP server. Like, I guess, but I don't think we need an app for such basic software. We can serve HTTP. I don't think it's that hard. Except, wait, is that a Minecraft server? That would be such a good idea on this device, because I have said a game server on this would be cool. Wait, no. Is that what I think it is? Oh no. I believe that you're not hosting the server, you are paying. Well, I guess you're not paying because it's free credits. But it's not hosted on this crappy phone. That's not how I want to do it. Well, if you want it like how I want it, we have to leave the App Store and go to a different App Store. Oh, which is actually a freer version of it. F-Droid. It's an open source app store, so that means the server software will be free as well. And that is Cooperite. So you know Minecraft Java, right? Which language is it coded in? Any ideas? Minecraft is coded in Java, but if you know Java, it's kind of slow compared to like everything else, except I guess Python. But Python is barely code. Most Minecraft server software is coded in Java, because, just look. So now, what do you think Cooperite is coded in? What an idiot. It's in C++, and if you know C++, it's pretty fast when compiled. Well, compared to Java, it's light years faster. And it's just an app, so let's install it. Yep, that is how you install an APK. Oh, what is this? Oh, this is very easy. It's just another install. Wow, it was that simple? That hasn't happened to me since I said this hasn't happened to me, but I guess it just happened to me. We have a Minecraft server. Any issues with it? Because something this simple just can't be this simple. Oh, I guess it's not that simple. I closed and reopened it. Oh, it was that simple. And how is everything? Everything is just kind of working. Well, first, Cooperite is using an older version of Minecraft, Minecraft 1.8, which is like 10 years old now. But it's Minecraft, it's kind of the same after 10 years. Maybe we should talk about the experience of a user on the server. Well, if you're playing in survival, it seems okay. Not the worst Minecraft experience I've ever had, but we can make it better, or worse, because we're going to increase the render distance, which can make the server run out of memory, and overall just make the server less stable. Counterpoint, it just looks cool. Which one should I choose? Let's increase it to the max, which is 32. What should I point out here first? The word is kind of generating. Well, okay. The animals are kind of lagging. Okay. There are chunks missing. Okay. Well, everything still kind of works, which is the worst kind of working. But hey, it's still playable. Unless you enter the ungenerated chunks, you will need to be teleported out of them. But hey, it's Minecraft. Maybe there's a better Minecraft server software? Not saying Cooperite is bad, it's more that this piece of garbage here is limiting it down. So what software? There is kind of no other Minecraft server made for Android. Well, Android is based on Linux, so that could mean we could find a Linux Minecraft server and run them on the phone. Well, somehow That is possible. And like, it's simple, like very simple. Install a app simple. Termux, which is a terminal emulator and Linux environment app. Do I know what that means? No, but I know what a terminal is. All that is basically Linux, right? And it's running on this device? So let's open the app. Oh, that's it? It's just a Linux terminal. Well, to be honest, I don't really want to type on this device because, you know, the commands we're going to be doing are long and tedious and big. Let's install SSH. So let's do it. Install SSH, SSHD to activate it, and that's kind of it. Oh wait, we need a password. So I'll make a very long password. And you know, long passwords take a long time to crack because of how long they are. But remember, always make your passwords long because you don't want them to be cracked. And you know, just, it's good security, alright? Anyways, let's connect to this device from a different device, a Windows device. SSH is very portable, so portable that it's installed by default in Windows 11. So all the commands are SSH device name, device IP, but then for some reason Termux uses port 8022, so I guess you have to use port 8022 password, and that's it. So what are we doing again? Oh yeah, Minecraft servers. We could run Cuberat again because it's available on Linux, but let's get some more up-to-date software. We could easily get the server files provided by the official Minecraft website, but it's using Java, and Java is slow. Again, let's use a different Minecraft server software that doesn't use Java, which is PumpkinMC. And the codebase is not something like C or C++, it's Rust, like the one used in the Linux kernel, or some of the Linux kernel. So first, let's install Rust, because we just should. Now, there are some pre-compiled binaries, but the first one is x86, and the second ones are, wait, ARM? Shiver. Well, I guess we need to compile it then. Clone the pumpkin git. Let's compile it for our CPU. I opened htop to see what the CPU usage was because, you know, it's a cool metric to look at. But I know, we need root for something like this. And this is just another reason why you may want to root your phone, but for some reason you don't need root for seeing RAM and swap. Well, there is a reason, but Googling is just too hard and Bing isn't helping. Well, how is the compiling going? What? What is like all of this? What is the reason? So it says something about 64, which doesn't mean that it won't work on a 32-bit processor, but then it expands an array of 8, but gets an array of 4, which to be honest, I don't really know if this is a 32-bit limitation, but it does seem like one to me. And like, there's nothing we can do about it either, unless you want to recode like everything in Pumpkin, or what I did is change the 64 line into a 32. It didn't work because why would it? So if we can't use PumpkinMC, can't we just use a different Minecraft software? Right? Somehow there's actually a different Rust-based Minecraft server, so maybe we can use this one, which is firmc. Well again, it's the same process as PumpkinMC, just clone and run cargo. Oh, okay, another error, and it's what? Why is macOS in the error log? There probably is a reason for this, but I just don't care anymore. Let's just use a server that's made of Java because we have Java and it should just work. So Glowstone? Again, clone, but this time we need to compile it with a script that is provided with us. Well, there's no issues. Man, I need to be quiet. I don't even want to troubleshoot this. Well, maybe we can hop again to a different software? Well, PaperMC is probably the most used server software, so it should... Oh, I thought something like an error would occur. Well, we can load it into the game. That's our first email. Well, there's water, and oh, it's just water. What was the error again? Oh, so the error reads out like this. Something blah blah blah, don't care. lavagen.noise chunk min value is 0 and max value is 0. So if you didn't know this, Minecraft uses noise to create its worlds. So if the min and max value are 0, the final output would be 0. And create this. Look, alright, maybe it's because we're using code from Mojang, the guys who made Minecraft. Maybe, and just maybe, the server will, oh goddammit. Well, I think it's because Minecraft server is just complex. You know what isn't complex? Files. Let's make a file server. So I could have used FTP, SFTP, FTPS, TFTP, EFTP, Grid FTP, FXP, and all of these would have had guides on the Termux wiki. Well, I guess some of them would. But at the time, I thought it was easier just to make an SMB server with Samba, which it is easy to make the server. The issue is, it's basically impossible without root. Oh, and you can't even make a Docker container because, you know, root stuff. And before you say udocker, because it runs in user space, nope, no dice. Or maybe I did something wrong. So instead of Samba, I used a very simple file server, and it's probably the most demanding one out of the bunch. But it's actually easiest to set up. It's Copy Party. Here's the setup. Download a Python file from the GitHub, run it with Python. That's it. Now, the folder you put Copy Party in will act like a file system. Isn't that crazy? Like, all of this is just files. Uploading? It's working all fine, but like the way we could do all of this. Yes, it was slower than this, but there's one thing I could recommend to do with Copy Party. Don't have it in any of these directories. Have it in the real Android home, which is easy to set up. Just put in Termux setup storage, and a prompt will appear on the phone, and that's it. That's a home folder. Now go or make whatever folder you want. For example, movies, because We will maybe sort of kind of, okay fine, we'll talk about streaming videos later. So use a pwd command to get the location, then just move the files. We could have started from here, but something about learning, maybe, and now we can upload the files to Copy Party to this folder. But what was the reason of doing all of this? Oh yeah, streaming video. There are a couple programs we can use, but the main one that everyone uses now is Jellyfin. Oh cool, it has a script to automate everything for us. Okay, maybe we could use udocker too. To be honest, I have no idea what I'm doing. I was using udocker because we can't use normal Docker, so then I tried to build it with a command that comes with it. But no, because there's no ARM32 version. Well, there actually is one, it just isn't for this version. Yes, there is an ARM32 version, but it's an old version. And when I cloned it, it just didn't have the script I needed to compile it. Oh wait, never mind, it's because for some reason Jellyfin and Jellyfin packaging are two different repos. Okay, whatever, we have the script now. Oh, it still needs Docker. What are the alternatives? There's KU. That needs Docker. MB? Oh, look, it has an ARM v7 version, which is just ARM32. Oh wait, it's just an Android app. Oh, so no config like at all. Well, there is some config, but it's in a web UI. This is fine. This is not fine. Why are the files like this? A list? Why isn't the file system like the file system? Why isn't it root and pick your own path? Well, we can just put the name of the folder in. Oh god damn it! I can't even click on it. What? So guess what the fix was? I used a phone that was hosting the server to go on the web UI, and somehow that worked. Okay. So now we can try playing some video. I'll be using a H.265 4K video, and it's doing a direct stream, which means the phone's kind of doing nothing except sending the video stream, but still doing something. Let's transcode it. I don't know what I expected. And then the server crashed. Okay, that was actually the only time it crashed though in my testing. So, I don't know. But here's a cool idea. What if we wanted to access like everything from the server from a remote place? We can only access the services from the Wi-Fi this is connected to. So, how? I did try to use OpenVPN, but we need root to mess with ports, so I guess not. But there's Tailscale, which is basically a VPN, but has a different way to connect to it. It's more meant for businesses and stuff, as, I don't know, but it uses a Tailscale made server for authenticating, or that's what I could understand from some articles. There is an open source version of Tailscale, but I just could not get it working on Termux, but we can still use Tailscale servers. So to set up everything, make an account, sign in with the multiple devices that will be used as clients, and obviously the phone. Now go here, make an exit node, and now go to the web UI, approve this. Now you can connect to the network from anywhere. Well, kind of. I gave it LAN access, but it just could not connect to the MB server. I think it's because the phone is using a VPN connection, just because, I don't know. It doesn't work, and that's bad. And you know what isn't bad? All of these services, minus Tailscale, running at the same time. Turn that on, have that running, open HTOP, open copyright. Well, I can't say anything. Okay, well I can say some things. Just look at it! You can play Minecraft while uploading a show to Copy Party, while on Copy Party listening to a song, then watch a show on MB, while looking at the RAM usage on the phone that is somehow only 2 GB? Like how? We're using 2 GB on idle. I'm not complaining though. I was trying to crash the Minecraft server, but nope. So should you make your phone into a server? Well, it very much depends. If you have root, you could probably do like 100 more things that I've done today. But if you don't have root, you can't do like any of the VPN stuff, so the services kind of become useless. Well, there is port forwarding, but it's less secure than a VPN connection, so probably don't do it. Well, you can do it, but you know, security. But one last question. Why is this phone running 32-bit Android instead of 64-bit? It has a 64-bit CPU. Samsung pulled a fast one on me. This isn't a phone, but no.